Hello everybody, and welcome to another video with me holding my mic in my hand. Today we are going to be talking about YouTube drama. It seems like there's a lot going around. Some may be real, some may be false. This video will act as a way of finding out such information. So if you enjoyed the video today, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. Thank you so much, guys. What is up, Phyzik Nation? I'm your host, Phyzik. Welcome to another episode of Phyzik Talks. So yes, drama is the topic of today. We have three stories that we're going to be talking about. Firstly, this isn't big Keemstar news type of drama, but it is still important. So this story is about the fall of Joy Sparkle Bullshit's channel. She basically made a pretty racist joke, and it's got a lot of people really upset, and she doesn't really understand quite why people are so angry. And this is an interesting comparison from Jake Paul, who has recently made an incredibly racist joke as well. In fact, it was far worse than Joy Sparkle Bullshit's joke, but on Joy's side, she's going to lose her channel over this. That's pretty much guaranteed, whereas Jake Paul, it won't make the slightest impact, and that's just mind-blowing, really. It is mad. So, our second story of the day will be about KSI and the Sidemen drama. Basically, KSI is leaving the Sidemen because of Ethan, so there are basically diss tracks coming out left, right and centre from both KSI, from Behzinga and from some other people. This drama, I believe, is pretty damn false, and we'll get into why a little bit later. Finally, our third story is going to be about Team 10 versus Ricegum. So, Team 10, well, Chance and Anthony from Team 10, who are brothers, I believe, are very upset about some comments that Ricegum has been making, and because of this, they thought it would be a wise idea to hop on over to Ricegum's house to fight him. To actually fight him. God damn this ridiculous alpha male culture that we're living in. It's just fucking nonsense. It's petty, is it not? It's immature and petty, is it not? Anyway, so those are the stories for today. You will find timestamps for each story in the description. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like if you enjoy the video. Let's dive into our first story. So, we've got a lot of beef to get through, so let's begin. So, let me highlight my bias first. Until recently, I was a fan of Joy Sparkle Bullshit. I've been watching her for quite some time now. I first discovered Joy when I was looking into Onision and the shit that he was doing, and Joy went into great detail about Onision and the shit he was doing. However, she went a little bit too far. I know I can barely talk because I've made a fair few videos on him, but Jesus fuck, she has an entire catalogue of over 40 videos entirely about Onision. So this was where I started thinking, hold on a minute, something's not quite right here. I mean, fair enough, I think he needs a lot of exposure because there's a lot of faults within him, but that was going a bit too far. And then recently I started seeing a bit of hypocrisy going on. I mean, she goes on about Onision saying, well, you know, she goes on about her channel saying her channel's all about positivity. She won't insult anyone ever at all on her channel. And she also would say about how Onision, when he says a joke that isn't actually funny and is quite offensive and people react to it, and that he doesn't see what he's done is wrong and he won't admit to it. And now Joy has done pretty much exactly that. So the real reason I am featuring her in this episode is because of the beef that is happening recently, which has literally pushed her to ending, closing, finishing her channel. Now, I'm going to go right ahead and say that I think this was a bit over the top. It was a joke at the end of the day. However, I am also entirely certain that there is no way she should have made that joke, especially on a fucking live stream. What is it with people doing really stupid things and then publishing it themselves? It's weird. It's like what Jake Paul was doing. Okay, so let's get on to what she actually said. If you want to check out this clip, this is from a stream she did recently, and this is what started this whole issue.
Brown is, and speaking brown is a language. Like, that is, you know, that's anything that I don't know how to fucking speak. I speak brown.
I don't know any languages either, especially brown.
No, because, wait, that can't be true because butt sex, it's making friction with the poo. Where when you poo, it's a release of poo. You're like poison. On your wiener, and then your little wiener hole gets infected, and then you try to go boof a bitch, and then you like get her infected, and then the baby's infected with poo. It's gonna be a poo baby, and that's you know what?
Oh my god.
The races of brown people were about people butt fucking and getting poo in their dick and in their wiener hole, and they got stained. Confirmed.
As we can see, she made a bizarre and personally not a very funny joke, not intended to be racist, but it definitely comes across like that. I mean, talking about how brown is a language and how the entire race of dark-skinned people has come from butt fucking. It's like completely inappropriate and should not have been said at all. From this, there has been huge dislikes across the board on pretty much every one of her videos. She's losing subs, and people are just... they've had enough with the hypocrisy, they've had enough with the drama, and so she is deciding to end her channel. However, she made a goodbye video, and she has uploaded 4 more since then, so not really sure as to whether she is actually going to end her channel or not. Now, we've got many a beef to get through, so if you want to hear more about this, let me know and I'll feature it in my weekly window. If not, fine, no problem. So let's move on to something a little bit bigger, a little bit juicier. This is a really interesting one and is the main reason for me making this video, because it follows a trend and it's really interesting to see. So let's dive into KSI and the Sidemen drama. So, this next bit of beef is really interesting to me, and I will explain why very shortly. Let's go back in time and see how this whole thing started. Firstly, we have KSI explaining how he's going to move in with Ricegum and quit the Sidemen. So this was kind of the initiation of everything. Now we find Simon and comedy shorts gamer Deji arguing on Twitter. This is further enhancing the beef. Now, KSI explains in a new video about how he was leaving the Sidemen, and he then even goes on to show a little glimpse of a diss track he makes on the Sidemen. He explains how Ethan, he hates Ethan, and my god did he explain how much he hates Ethan. He went on and on and on.
I'm no longer with the Sidemen. I will be going solo, I guess. Yeah. Why I'm leaving Sidemen? Mainly because of Ethan. I'd say he was the main reason I'm leaving. Can't stand him.
Nigga living better, I don't need them. Ethan looking bigger, I can see them. Talking about them tits, go and feed them babies with your titty milk. Bitch, don't fuck with me. I'ma put my dick inside Emily.
Now, this was interesting. It seemed a little bit over the top. So then we find that Ethan, Behzinga, is moving into KSI's old room. This gets juicier by the minute. Then he shows a video of himself holding up a plaque saying F KSI. So the beef is enhanced furthermore. Now, this grows and grows and grows, and all the while I ponder upon a podcast Zerka made quite recently. In this podcast, he goes on to explain how Logan Paul and Jake Paul are killing it because they create this fake beef which creates these things called view loops, A view loop is where, for example, with this beef that I recently explained with Jake Paul and Logan Paul, Jake would create a diss track, then Logan would respond. Jake would create a diss track, Logan would respond, and this would create a huge amount of views and subs for both parties. Now you may think surely they're creating a lot of hate and tension between each other, but no, not at all, because it is entirely fake and it benefits the both of them massively. Now we can see that KSI and the Sidemen and the whole British scene has been lacking and being left behind quite a bit recently. So within this podcast, Zerka goes on to explain how Sidemen should have came up with this idea years ago, how they should create this fake beef, and how they could benefit greatly from it.
The way YouTube now works is if you create view loops, if you create this whole story between you where I have to loop from Jake Paul channel to Logan Paul channel to Jake Paul channel to Logan Paul channel, eventually the way the algorithm's going to work is you're going to be suggested together. And you have to follow this story.
How it works.
Yeah, and you have to follow the story and watch both sides in order for you to actually be interested in it and to follow the story. And therefore, both channels booming, and you're pushing two networks, I say networks, but obviously like the Jake Paulers and the Low gang. You're putting two audiences like bang. It's like saying, imagine if Sidemen went, right, you know what, FaZe Clan, right? Fuck FaZe Clan. And they're like,
you
fuck
should have
Sidemen.
done this, by the way.
Yeah. FaZe?
About a year ago, yeah.
But they're still banging now, you can still do it.
Wow! That's incriminating, don't you think, guys? Me. That is like, hey, I'm gonna fake a load of beef right now. That's what I'm gonna do right now, guys. Just letting you all know that that is what's happening. We are faking this beef entirely. And of course they are. Of course they are. Question everything on YouTube. Nothing's as it seems. Which is very depressing for me. It's very depressing seeing our world being... It's just manifested from fake bullshit drama and nonsense that really should be left out of the equation. But at the end of the day, we love money and we love attention. Well, I don't personally love either of those things that much because I see how much it damages the world and damages society. So, that about wraps up this section of the episode. Now let's move on to our final story. This is Ricegum versus Team 10. You know, I think after what we've just watched, I highly doubt that this is real either. I'm pretty much entirely sure that this beef is fake. Basically, what happened is Chance and Anthony, two brothers from Team 10, were upset about some comments that Ricegum had been making. This is their reaction to that.
Jacob Sartorius, he's the man, dude. He's 14.
You're gonna make fun of a 14-year-old?
Like, how are you gonna do that, bro? That's just not cool. I don't care who you are or what you do. You don't make fun of other people. That's not what it's about.
It's just messed up, bro.
Then Tessa,
you're gonna call a girl ugly?
There's no point or reason to ever call a girl anything other than beautiful. All you're doing is putting them down. Like,
for no reason, bro.
You're literally calling a girl ugly. Idiot. Like, why? That just doesn't make sense, dude. We're done with it. We're sick of the bullshit.
So, basically, well, you talk shit on the wrong guys this time.
Yes,
because we're not 14.
You want to talk shit to girls. You want to talk about little kids, younger kids.
This bullying,
anyone else.
bro, it's just
you're
bullying.
A bully. You're an internet bully
and now
hiding
you're gonna
behind your computer.
Now you're gonna try to bully us. But the difference is
we're men,
and you don't bully men.
Because when you want to fight a man's gonna fight back.
You don't poke the bear, Rice. So we'll see you soon, Rice.
What's up, Chance? Chance.
Thank you. I'm Tiwa.
Nice. I was just wondering if Rice was here.
Nah, he left way back.
Way back?
This morning, yeah.
Damn. I just want to say what up, man. He's gone? How long? Oh.
I think he's inside, bro. I think he's inside.
He's inside?
I think he's inside. I think he's lying to us.
I don't know, dude. I don't think he'd lie.
So, Rice wasn't home, or maybe he was. Don't really know on that front. But attention was brought to this on Twitter, and Ricegum responded to this, as well as FaZe Banks responding to this, saying that, you know, they're actually up for a fight. So, in my eyes, this whole beef is just petty, man. It's just petty. It's completely unnecessary, totally pointless, and I think it's completely fake. But that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. It's too stupid. Just some slight comments like, oh, let's have a bare knuckle boxing match. That sounds like a nice, reasonable, civil way to deal with a problem. My goodness. So this has been my beef breakdown. I hope you've enjoyed, guys. If you have, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next one.